The wildest areas of Scandinavia are hidden. Deep within one of the world's largest forests, creatures hammer out a living through all 4 seasons. But when autumn arrives, the pressure is on. From Norway, across Sweden, and into Finland, discover where the wild things really live and what they must do when winter is coming. The Taiga forest of Scandinavia. You're looking at the largest forest in Europe. The Taiga stretches from the fjords of Norway's coast all the way east to Finland's border with Russia and beyond to Siberia. If you want to get a better look at what's under the white, wait for the big melt. Now, the creatures of the taiga come alive. Spring is the busy season. Then summertime, and the living is easy. But come autumn, life gets desperate. Now the Earth's clock ticks like a time bomb for creatures who must rush to prepare for the coming cold. It's a tough time for roe deer. They are prime targets. The season for love is over. Now it's about putting on weight for winter. And roe deer are at the top of the predator menu. One who's fallen to the bottom of a cliff attracts attention. Lynx are the largest cats in Europe. Their name is a Greek word meaning to shine, likely a reference to their reflective cat eyes. For most of their lives, they are loners. But not this big female. Not right now. She checks that the coast is clear. Then enter her kitten. Six or 7 months old and growing quickly. She waits while Mom gets her fill until she takes a break. A brave magpie sneaks in to steal a bite. It's the season for taking risks. But the young lynx is not having it. The magpie will have to wait. Autumn signals a big change for the coats of these cats. They say a leopard can't change its spots, but a lynx can and does. It's one of the ways they prepare for winter. Their spots are starting to fade, and by the time autumn ends, they'll be barely visible. It's a practical fashion change. It gives them the best hunting camouflage for the season. Hidden figures making the most of the light before winter hits and blending into their very special home, the Taiga forest. The term Taiga is a Russian word. It means land of sticks. And beneath the evergreen canopy, you can see why. These woods start as sparse patches in the colder north, where trees struggle to battle the cold. But farther south, the forest thickens into a year-round carpet of green. This is where wild things live, and in one special part of it, they thrive. The taiga stretches across the top of Scandinavia and continues into Russia for a total of more than 6,000 miles. A political no man's land on Finland's eastern border is protected, and this is a hotspot for some of the most iconic creatures of the taiga. Scandinavia is well known for herds of reindeer that inhabit the barren Arctic. But the forests of Finland also have their own special subspecies. Forest reindeer have longer legs than their northern cousins, and they are rare beasts, once thought extinct. They are well protected among the trees and have learned to live on the greenery here, and right now on the sprouting mushrooms of autumn. Forest reindeer travel in smaller, easy-to-hide groups. It's a smart tactic, but not foolproof, especially with bears around. Once, brown bears roamed all over Europe. Now they are mostly limited to Russia, the Czech Republic area, and Scandinavia. Finland has more than 1,200 bears. Sweden, some 3,000. Eurasian brown bears like their alone time. Having a stranger wander by can mean a showdown. This spot in Finland's taiga forest may not be big enough for 2 brown bears, both trying to bulk up for winter. Size matters. This hefty guy downs plants, shoots, and berries. A full-grown bear may hit 1,000 pounds and stand over 8 feet tall. Ravens aren't invited to the feast either. But they do play a crucial role in the Taiga. In Norse mythology, 2 ravens are the eyes of the god Odin. In the forests of Scandinavia, they are the eyes for many creatures. A congregation like this often means something good is going down. They've found food. For ravens, dead animals like this boar are the most important food group. It's tough pickings for a beak. They need some help getting to the good stuff. These clever creatures sound the alarm. It may be a warning that danger is near, or a call that deliberately attracts the danger to carve up the meat. Either way, some muscle moves in. The large brown bear comes to stake a claim. He'll happily eat 90 pounds a day to prepare for the coming winter. He rolls the carcass over to find the best and softest bits. The desperation that comes with autumn is too much for the second bear. He takes a risk and moves in again. The Taiga forest of Finland's no man's land is a hotspot for big predators. Sometimes they fight. But this time, with the pressure of winter just around the corner, they take a table for 2. This dead animal is a valuable resource, and all the commotion attracts other forest dwellers. A pack of wolves moves in across the landscape, but only one takes the bold step forward. In this part of Finland, interactions between bears and wolves are common. And you never know who will come out on top. If it's a pack, the wolves may win the day. It depends on who's the fiercest and the most desperate. A fight over food may be worth risking an injury that could prove fatal in the wild. After a long day waiting for dibs on a carcass, the wolf finally gets his chance for a scrap. But this is not a one-day match, more like a 5-day test. And now there are new players on the field. Golden eagles dig in while the coast is clear. While white-tailed eagles take a different approach. They watch as ravens do all the hard work of picking, then chase them down until they drop the meat. This pecking order is clear for the birds. And a wolf hoping for seconds has a lot to contend with. The battles continue until every scrap is in a jaw or a claw. The lush green of these forests allows creatures like roe deer to hide from predators. For the sake of the herd, they must stay alert. Danger appears as a red flash. A pair of foxes. Red foxes have the largest distribution around the globe of any land mammal other than humans. These two are a couple. They'll stay together through winter and prepare for pups in early spring. They prefer to live in a mix of forest and grasslands, making this area of Scandinavia a perfect home. They can retreat here to the shelter of the woods when they need to, and hunt in the fields for mice, rabbits, and voles. Just before sunrise is a favorite time to search for a quiet breakfast. But maybe not today. There's danger nearby. Autumn in Finland's Taiga forest. An interloper stops a fox in its tracks and breaks the morning calm. Wolverines are usually solitary creatures, and they are nature's all-terrain vehicles. He can lope through these woods and is just as at home making tracks over ice and through the snow. And his search for forest food isn't restricted to the ground. His grip is secure thanks to his famously long and strong claws. This is a rare glimpse of a superhero hunter at work. He may travel as far as 15 miles today, looking for food. And his home range may be as big as 600 square miles. He will chow down some plants or berries as he goes. But mostly he has meat on his mind, and lots of it. Hence their scientific name, which means glutton. If wolverines have one weakness, it's speed. He's slower than most of his prey. He makes up for it with ferocity. In winter, they've been known to enter dens to kill hibernating animals. In the warmer months, they tend to hunt by ambush, hiding in trees or behind rocks until the right time. Once they make a kill, they have the strength to pull much more than their own body weight. Anything they can't eat on the spot, they will stash for another day. Only one other animal in the Taiga forest can match the wolverine's reputation for toughness. And they have the numbers. A pair of badgers nestles down in the no-man's land of Finland. When the sun is up, they typically rest in their dens. The diggings outside hint at how elaborate the tunnels and dens are below. The very name badger is from the French word meaning digger. There may be more than 20 badgers behind them, all content to bunk up in the one den. But only these two are up for a morning stroll. Perhaps a visit to the latrine. That also helps mark the group's territory. They use a large scent gland by their tail for the same thing. Badgers can identify individuals in their group based on the scent they spread on plants and on their bedding. They don't hibernate, but as autumn rolls on, they spend more and more time snuggled inside. While they prep by digging in, others prepare for winter by building up. These two are a couple for life and will typically have 2 to 4 kids by the end of spring. Both parents will help care for their young, and the number of tree workers may increase by 5 or 6 beavers with each litter. At least here, they have room to grow. As industrious as these beavers may be, they've got nothing on other timber workers who rely solely on Finland's taiga forest. Around 3/4 of Finland is woods. Trees in the country support nature and drive the economy. 88% of the forest is maintained for market. Finland is one of the world's largest producers of pulp, paper, and cardboard. The industry employs 160,000 people. But at the forest level, the autumn harvest is an operation for machines. They cut and strip trees in seconds. There's no evenly spaced planting of the woods here. Workers grow pine, spruce and birch to mimic nature, and they allow trees to mature for at least 60 years, sometimes twice that. It's well studied, carefully managed and sustainable. Some years, foresters add 30% more trees than are lost to harvesting. There are more forest reserves in Finland now than at any time in the last 100 years. Most of it on thousands of small family-owned plots. These logs are trucked to trains, and from here they will be transported directly to a mill by rail. This is the longest log train in Finland. But even what you see here in this rail yard is just a small fraction of the total. If you took all the trees Finland is growing commercially and built a 14-foot-high wall, 1 foot wide, it could circle the globe 40 times. Where the Taiga forest ends in the south, Helsinki rises. Finland's capital sits on more than 300 islands, and it's the world's northernmost metropolitan area with more than 1 million people. It's also a city with a wild side. In green pockets of forest throughout the city, the nightlife is in a world of its own. After dark is when one of the strangest creatures of Finland's taiga forest comes out to forage. Raccoon dogs are an odd mix, a true canine, but they can't bark, and some experts place them in the raccoon family. Raccoon dogs are an invasive species here, originally brought from East Asia to breed for fur. Now they roam free and are often found in forested areas by fresh water. These two are a mating pair. They'll hibernate together and stay close for a year or so. Before they part ways, the male will bring his mate food in the latter stages of a pregnancy and help watch over their pups. But that's all in the future. Right now, they search for frogs, snakes, or lizards. Shellfish is good, and even scraps left by a fisherman. Their nocturnal scavenging habits help them build up some fat for the coming winter. All the creatures of the taiga forest do what they can to prepare for winter. They bulk up on food, and for some of the biggest animals here, it's also mating season. Autumn brings on the moose rut. This is when males fight for the right to females. They have prepared all summer, growing antlers that can weigh up to 70 pounds. But that's not guaranteed to impress the girls. This female charges. It's moose for buzz-off buster. The reason? Her nearby calf is still too young to fend for itself. So she'll wait a year before having another. Late autumn. The snow starts to hit the top of the peaks throughout Scandinavia. From the fjords of Norway to the fields of Finland, the surrounding forest brings out its autumn best. About 20% of the trees in the Taiga change color. The fall harvest, it's a signal to man and nature alike. Winter is just weeks away. Brace yourself. You can hear some forest dwellers working extra hard, long before you see them. Woodpeckers rely on the forest here in a unique way. They'll peck out a nest, but mostly they want the grubs under the bark. Insects and larvae are all these birds eat. A special membrane covers his eyes to protect him from flying pieces of bark as he hammers in. And the bone structure in his head is able to absorb 99.7% of each impact. The short bursts of pecking generate heat, forcing him to pause often to cool down. He also has an extra long tongue for whipping out his food. And all this work does the tree a great service, helping to rid it of harmful wood-boring insects. The creatures of the taiga have done everything they can to get ready for the cold and snow. Now, time's up. Winter is here. Europe's largest forest turns white. If you haven't done enough yet to prepare for this, it's too late. The woodpeckers keep pecking. No southern migration for these guys. They just have to dig deeper to grab their grub. The lynx's coat is now thicker and turning whiter, camouflage against the snow. Their large padded paws ensure that they are deadly silent as they continue to stalk their prey. The wolf pack stays together all winter. Their fur, too, has grown thick to protect them from the cold. But these canines rely on other hunting tactics. By working together, they are able to outrun their prey over long distances. If your name's on the wolf menu, there's hard times ahead. Roe deer find it difficult to run through thick snow, and now it's much harder work for them to dig down and find grass and lichen to eat. Moose have the same challenge, and they are looking a lot less stately. The giant racks male moose grew all summer have fallen to the ground. Their heads are now as much as 70 pounds lighter. All their resources now go to surviving the winter. The hair on their bodies is made of hollow fibers. Strands trap air on the inside, which warms up from body heat and insulates them from the cold like a thermos. Their eyesight is poor, but their hearing is excellent. They keep an ear out for danger while they follow their noses to the lichen growing on the trees of the Taiga forest. Even in the depths of winter, the Taiga provides. As much as 3 feet of snow may fall this season. And that will be the ultimate test for the wild things of this forest. The winners will get to see another spring. The losers will perish. Did they store enough fat? Stash enough food? Dig a deep enough den? Or build a winter-proof shelter? The results can only be tallied in spring. But the test really began in autumn. As it does every year in the wild forests of Scandinavia.